Hello, I'm going to show you how to draw in 1 point perspective. To start off with, we're going to put that as our title. The first thing we're going to aim to do is to create shapes and make them look three-dimensional. To do that, I'm going to use a pencil and a ruler. I'm going to draw a line parallel from the top of my piece of paper, 8 centimetres down, or 80 millimetres, and I'm going to join that line up to create what is called the horizon. And I'm going to label that horizon as well. In 1 point perspective, there is one vanishing point, and our vanishing point is going to be on the horizon. And I've estimated that it's in the centre. Don't need to measure it, but I am going to label that VP for vanishing point. The next thing I'm going to do is start to draw some shapes in 2D. So over in this bottom corner, I'm going to draw a square. And the way the 1 point perspective works is that you take every single corner of that shape and you join it back to the vanishing points. Apart from if that corner was going to intersect the initial shape that you've drawn. For example, here. If I drew this back, I would see that this shape looks invisible. So I'll draw it roughly now so you can see. This line crosses over the front of this shape, and that would be solid, so I'm not going to draw this line. I could repeat this now with lots of different shapes around the paper, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like this shape stops. There is a depth to this shape. So I take this line at the front and I move my ruler to the back and I make it parallel. Any line at the front here is parallel at the back, and you will find that they would match up. So my three-dimensional shape is here, and then I would possibly shade that shape in nicely, but right now I'm just going to scribble it in so that you can see the solid shape that's there. Okay, now we can do that with lots of different shapes, so I want to see that you can experiment now with different shapes and see what happens if you have lots more angles on the shapes that you're working with. You'll also notice different shapes will get a different reaction or outcome, but not only that, depending on where you place the shape above or below the horizon, will also get a different outcome. This one I would not move back because it will intersect through my shape. This line I will move back, but I will stop so when I don't cut into or intersect the shape that I've created. This line, move it back to give the depth and make it parallel to the front. This line, move it back and make it parallel. This line, move it back and make it parallel. Shade in the depth that I've created. Okay, I've scribbled mine in there, but also it would be nice to see that if you have got pencil crayons, you could shade and get lighter and lighter as you move around. So you could create a really nice, colourful piece of work showing various different shapes that you've created. There we go. Okay, and that's the basics of 1 point perspective for creating different shapes. Good luck.